Hello everyone and welcome to this live stream. Today we are going to build a Python application using the Tkinter, and the Python application is the uh, weather application in which okay. So it is a weather application in which we track temperature, humidity, and all these things we can uh, find in this application, and we will show to the user. Okay, so before we start writing code, we need to install some module here. So we will open our terminal. You can find this terminal here, terminal and new terminal. I am working on virtual environment. Okay, so we install our first um, module, Python module, that is geopy pip install. Okay, so we install first module, that is geopy. To install geopy, we need to write pip install geopy and hit terminal. It will download the geopy and install in your system. Okay, so next thing is we need to install is a time zone finder. Okay, so for that we need to write pip install time zone finder. Okay, so here we install the time zone finder. Now we will install a request module. So for that, pip install request requests. Okay, so it will download and install a request module also, and then pip install below. And next module we need to install pytz. So for that, pip install pytz, and okay, so we install all these modules. First module is the GeoPanda, that is so GeoPanda mostly used for geospatial data, like uh, geographic information, spatial join, or any graphical data set. We For that we use GeoPandas. Okay, so here and request we used for to fetch data from web, using the API. So request module is used for to fetch data from API, and then we have time zone finder. Time zone finder is help us to work with time zones, different time zones, and pillow is mostly used for pillow is used for the image handling in Python. Okay, and anything else? Okay, and PyTZ is library also used with time zone. It provides accurate and up to date time zone data in Python. Okay, it also used to handle and it also used to convert different time zone. So we can use PyTZ for that. Okay, so we install all these modules. Now we will start our code and create application. But for you can find here, I have one virtual environment, that is virtual environment where all the library we installed here. Okay, so you can find here request we install time zone finder, we installed pip already is there, pill, numpy, all these inbuilt library also there. So this is virtual environment, and this is asset folder. These are the assets which are we will use to create our application. Okay, these are just image like png image, arrow, this dot, background image, all these things, right? So we create our Python file, that is main.py, and we will create our graphical user interface. Okay, so we import from Tkinter and import everything. Okay, then we import Tkinter and tk, and from geo, okay. So all these models are we used to create our web application, sorry, weather application. Okay, and okay, so all these models we are going to actually need to making our application in Python. Next step is to actually create a window and then put all kind of widget and then GUI bin. Okay, so first of all we create a variable here, root, and inside of that variable we will store our window. And next we create our main loop function here. Okay, so the main loop function and is actually again inside this the Tkinter module, and this main loop function is actually very important because it update all kind of widget, or it actually update the entire window many times in 1 second. Uh, it actually update window like 60 to 120 times in 1 second. So make sure that you have your main loop function, or else your window won't show up. So now just while showing having these two line of code, we have the Tkinter window and with some default width and height. Okay, so we just run uh, python main.py. Okay, so here we have here we have our Tkinter window with the default title is TK, and it's had default the height and width. Okay, so here is the so we are going to change its height and width and changing the title as well. So we just and then we just going to set a background color for this window as well. So first of all, we will set the title. Okay, we close this. Hello, hello. Okay, so we are we are setting the title. Okay, so we here title and weather app. Okay, and the next we want to resize our window. Okay, so here for that we use this function root.geometry, and here we write it's already suggests 900 and 500 plus 300. Oh, so it will create a window with 900 pixel and 500 pixel. So we run this file again, and we have now bigger window. It look much clean than before. So we close this window and change the background color of this window also. uh, so for the root configure and bg and this. Okay, now it will give this a very good blue color, right? So uh, and then we will root that resizable. So here, as we have here already specify our height and width. Now we don't want to resize our height and width once we actually execute the application. So for that here we use this method resizable. Okay, along with x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so we use this root resizable false for x-axis and also false for y-axis. Now if we run this file again, it will look pretty good. uh, Now we have another thing you need to see, that since we have specified I don't okay, so now we have a very we have one, so now we have budget in this screen. Okay, so we going to change this icon here. This is icon. Here we need to change this icon, so we going to change. Okay, so now when we execute our application, and this time we will see that this image is changed, and that to this icon we will put right here from this logo dot png. Okay, so now we will actually create a here a round box with a different text, like we need to, for example, temperature, for humidity, for pressure, wind speed, and description. For that, so here we just load round, and we again use photo image, and we use here we use this one. Okay, we use this one image, so we copy this and we will use here. So now we loaded so we now loaded our image. Now uh, we need to add our labels, so we will create a label here. Level root and then image equal to round box and vg 5 and then replace by, because now we have here box. Now we on this box we are going to write a different uh, text, or you can say label. Okay, so actually it is a label that you can see here, right here, and higher, but basically this that image that is actually right rectangle png, so you can see right here. And now that label, what I'm going to here, we are going to add different kind of tag or label. So we write here level 1 equal to level root text temperature and we remove the, so when we execute this whole code, So here we have one level, that is a rectangle box, and on the another one level we have another level, that is a text, that temperature. Okay, so now we wanna copy this one, two, three, four here, and then we change it. So 5120, and then we add change this to 40, and then we change this by to 60, and 180, and this we change to 200. Okay, so now we run this here, level 3, level 4, 5. Okay, and here 5, and we give here description. Okay. This text is small. Okay, and give 45 to 38. And again, okay, and more 35, and and now still we need some. Okay, so now we have temperature, humidity, and pressure, uh, wind speed, and description. Um, uh, So the temperature, humidity, and pressure, wind speed description is going to be a certain place that we want to search the temperature, humidity, pressure, and the speed description. So we are just going to do that. Okay, so we need to create a search box so that user can search on any place that you want to search. The temperature, humidity, pressure, wind speed, and uh, so let's do it. So I'm going to uh, here we write sorry. So right here we will create another image that should be a layer of dot. So weather image, and here should be this. Zero, three, two, four, three. Okay, and here we change this to 90 and 127. Okay. X, Y. Okay. So here you can see that you can see this weather image right here on the search box. So what I'm going to, I will just create an entry field, basically the entire field, second entry field, so the user can start typing inside that input box. Okay, the user can actually search any location while writing something in that search box. So let's do that. Uh, so we are just going to create it using the built-in class called entry. So here text field, here entry root and justify uh, center, and width is going to 15. What equal to opens, and it's going to be 25 and bold. Then we will set the background color, and then we will write white and border 0. So that is our entry field that we created, and we need to put this entry field in the right place. So we just say here uh, text field, and here we change 370 uh, 120 pixel. So here we can type here, okay. So because I'm aware of Delhi, we can search weather or Mumbai or USA. We can search this here. So here, so it will actually make my cursor focus to by default. Okay, so if we run, and our focus is already is there, our cursor is already there, okay. uh, so if we search Delhi here, so we need here one search icon should be there, one search icon. So okay, so by clicking on that we can fetch weather of Delhi, right? So for that so I need to load one search icon. So we just write search icon and photo image and file, uh, this one, okay. So we just copy this related path and paste it, and then search icon, and we remove this. Search icon, and then border bit should be 0, and cursor background color should be this. Okay, so now we can type here Delhi, and when we click on this button, this is clickable button. Okay, so now we are going to create a button box, and the button box are for displaying not only the weather of the current day but for coming day as well. So right here, uh, so we are going to create all these button boxes. So we have these two types of boxes, and I'm going to do creating. We will create label and will put these images. So here, right, I will say label, and uh, so we just frame here, frame, and within class use frame root width height. Width is going to be 900 pixel, and height will be going to 180 pixel, and background color should be 212120. Okay, so frame. Okay, so we going to here uh, write frame dot, and um, side and bottom. these these labels are actually inside, but these labels are actually inside the frame. Okay, so I hope it actually making sense now. So technical, uh, here we use frame and then image, first box in this. Give me 1 minute. So we background color we set is 21, 21, 20, and it place it to be it 30 place it x along at 30 pixel and then 20 pixel along with y axis. Okay, so we just copy this here, paste 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, one. So we change here location, so we want to change our x-axis. Which one is not closed here? Why this one is getting the frame? We have label, frame, image, second box. Okay, 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 okay. So we just need one box. So we just okay. So it will like look. So here I can show weather of the current day, and here we can show weather of upcoming 6 days. So So here we also have one frame, and inside that frame, okay, so we have this image. Here we have this image that is a first box, and remaining labels are these uh, for 6 days. So this one will be our current day, and this will be the day one, day two, day three, day four, day five, and day six. Okay, so our weather app will actually display the weather of the complete 1 week. Okay, so now what I am going to do is actually creating a clock. So that clock will be displaying the weather, basically the timing, the time, and then time zone of the current place that we have searched. Okay, so we just here uh, here we will place the time. So for clock, we use label root font should be uh, Hel- Helvetica, and should be 30, and okay, so now let's we put it on our window. So label maybe like label then clock dot play place, and x should be 30, and y should be 20 pixel. So basically we have not put any text on it. So let's just say by default we put take here some text that is text equal to um, rise 3:32 p.m. So let's copy this and paste here. Okay, now we run. Okay, so that is so now that this time is not currently is static, but we want if we search here Delhi, so it give time of Delhi. If we search New York, it will give time from the New York. Okay, so and now I'm going to actually create a label for the time zone as well. So So your time zone here equal to level, and here root, here text GMT plus 530, font Habitica 15, Z uh, to bold, and foreground color should be white, and background should be the same. Okay, so now we have to place this, so we just time zone place, and this x along x-axis, uh, so we here label for long, lat, so we just we now place in our here. So almost it will be 50 pixel. Okay, so now we need to, or we need to now just execute our application. Let me define. Okay, here is spelling. So we just execute our. So now, okay, this is okay. So it will not display here. So actually at this moment it's actually not visible, but we are going to make it visible. We are just going to basically display certain kind of tag on the time zone and latitude, longitude, and latitude depending upon the city or the place we search or user search here in this search box. Okay. Uh, so when the user click on the search box, it will basically display the time longitude latitude of the specify user location of that user search. Okay, so if we write here Delhi, so then it will fetch by clicking this button, fetch time zone, these all the temperature of the specific location, and here we will display the time, latitude, longitude, and time zone of the specific place. Okay, so uh, So we are going to add functionality when you click on this search icon, something will trigger and we get the information of this location that we search. Okay, 1 minute. I think my network in the chat. Okay, so I'm just checking my stream how it is going, it is working or not. So we back to our code. Okay, okay, so we are going to do that when user will type any location here in this input field or text field, and when you click on the search icon, we want to show some result. We want to get the weather location of that specific location of the specific place or location, whether the data we want weather data from that specific place. Okay, and for example, where that the place actually located, that longitude, altitude, local time in that place. We are going to uh, fetch all these things when user click this button. Okay, so here we have this search box. Okay, this search icon label. Okay, so here we give our command. So here command, and here we write our create our function called, we call one function here, that is get weather. So here we get whatever user and type in that input box, we will get here. Okay, so we are uh, storing this city variable, then we geo locator and nominatum. Yeah. So this nominator, so, so this nominatum, nominatum do is that actually it get a coordinate of a specific address, city or country or any address. Using this, we can fetch different data sources. So the data source that we want to use is basically is Geo API exercise. So this is the data source that is used to fetch a coordinate of any specific address. So I'm going to use I'm going to create another variable that is locator. Uh, Locator equal to that is equal to geolocator and geocode. So now this object is going to call a function that is a geocode. We want to pass here, we pass city or that address we store in this variable city. Okay, now I want to pass so now I am going to do that is that I will say object I am just going to create another variable and that is equal to uh, um, equal to time zone time zone finder class that we previously import a module here time zone finder and uh, and here and the result equal to obj dot time zone at magnitude altitude one minute. Okay, right. Now we print here result and print locator. Now we run this. We type Delhi and search. You'll see no services code 403. Why? We type print city Okay, so now we can execute, and here we write the name city. New York. So it gives some error. What it is. So here, what we did mistake. We write here. We do just what do I wait? I don't need to do what I need to do. I need to search this thing nominatum in Python. In Python. Now, map चलो तो कर बेटा. हाँ. In geocode. Actually, geopy. Anything. I think this is going to. So I will cite this complete error. Copy this thing. If I try to use photo instead of Nemontum, okay. Anything I will use for documentation. Relevant for each every that you game. So we comment this geolocator and this. What will get? Okay, here. Locator not defined. We need to locate. If we use this library here, like this thing here, import, and here we use geolocator this way. Here come here and geolocator, and then now we use Delhi and are we getting what we want or not here? Let me adjust my system 1 minute. Sit. This thing I think not work. What if I use now again? If I run this thing right here, New York, and search. That's okay. I'm not printing anything. Yeah, I'm not printing anything. Yep. Sorry. My bad print result. Delhi and enter. Asia Kolkata. So we get time zone of this. Right. If I search here, um, no application. Sorry. If I search here, New York, uh, search, and it will give America, New York. Right. And we will, sorry, we will sending this here, right? So if we give just 700 and run geometer and then Delhi, it Asia Kolkata. Uh, okay. Uh, so here we give home equal to pi tz is time result. So and this is going to equal to this local time, and this is equal to that time dot now and home. So we are actually getting the information. We are actually just providing this to variable home. Always remember that is longitude, latitude, on which continent that people is located, and that's what in this place. Historically, this variable home. Then we are saying that the date and time of this point. Uh, Basically, right, of that place simple, and, and now just let going to create another variable, a local time that, and we want to specific we need to show local time in some specific format. So for that we are going to create new variable, this current time, and then local time dot strf time, and then bracket uh, uh, percentage I colon percentage I am, and sorry. So we already created our clock. So this clock level right here, this clock level, we need to configure that time in our clock level. So we will just say here clock dot config text equal to current time. So and here we remove this text here. We don't want text because we are fetching from the geolocated API. Okay, so we remove this text, and we have local time is for 3 p.m. Okay, AB search New York, and then it will give New York 5:30 a.m. and give America New York, and here we give uh, no, and this let long of New York. Okay, so so we will adjust this text in better way. Okay, so we in this let long is 500, and this 500, and again Delhi 650 650, and then we run again. uh, we type Delhi search, and just little bit 40 px 40 px run. Delhi. And we'll give the time here, and it's in Kolkata. Let long of that uh, location, right? So, uh, so now we are going to fetch weather uh, information. Okay, so we can actually get permission from the weather station to get weather data from the weather server. So we create an API call. We can just go to any weather website. So I am going to get weather data from the website, which is called open weather map. So we will come to browser and search open weather map. Okay, so this is the API. So we first of all, we need to actually create an account here in the Open Weather API. So it will give a current weather now, next hour, next 40 hour, next 8 days. Okay. So uh, weather on every price. So once you have created account on this website, simply go to which link which say how we get it out here. No, we will look for Okay, so I created a API. So we have this API key. We will write weather app and will generate this key. Okay, so it will generate this API key, right? Uh, okay, so now we see. We just go ahead and we will come here. Just copy this thing here. And come to our VS Code, and here we get weather, and we write API URL equal to. So this API is active and you can generate That's we equivalent to total load from all of them. Okay. Uh, okay. So here we create our URL. So this is our API. We set our latitude and longitude, and there we have IP API key. Okay, and we will get data from this API. Okay, so for that I just make two little changes. So this is this we will give data in this format. Okay, and we will get this JSON data from this API response, this code weather strain, and we will guess all these things. So we call one variable function JSON data here, and then call this API dot request dot get API, and we get this JSON. So we write here JSON. So what it will do is basically go to this link, basically this link on this variable API, and then we'll get JSON file that we have right here. And now through this JSON file we can generate, we can actually get any weather information from this JSON file, from the JSON file that we store in variable data. Okay, so so first we get here temperature equal to JSON data, uh, JSON data main, and then temperature. Okay, now if we print here temp, and we also print JSON if we are getting JSON file or not. Print JSON data. Okay, so we just run again and write here Delhi and search. Okay. So here the exception in Tkinter callback. Click here and run this. Right, Delhi. We close this. We type this. We run again, and we write Delhi again, and we search it. And we get the invalid API key. Please okay, so we are getting invalid API key. But why? Again we come here and print API URL. Run file again and write Delhi and search again. This is the API we are getting. We copy this, and here API key is perfectly fine. I think we go here and API key and Control F. We copy this and Control F. Yeah, I recommend for it to have done. Why didn't it work? Okay, so take at least 2 hours for the key activation. I what's to use attitude or attitude. Okay, so might be a little late to reply, but you are using it for the free plan. That's why you get error. Try using the following URL. The required uh, 15 and okay, we will use this too. But I think we copy from the URL from documentation, so I think that will write only. But the problem is we are uh, key not activated. I think only that's the problem, but we will check also. Uh, we will write here uh, Delhi. Okay, we will run Delhi, run. City not found. Okay, now city not found. What is Delhi? Run. Delhi. Okay, we get the information right. Okay, so here we get code weather inside weather. We have main temperature. Okay, so we just here give this thing and here this thing and here city. We have city very well. No, but we have the city, right? So we write here temperature, and here we write humidity and pressure and wind speed and description. In description we have weather zeroed very well and it give everything. So it give 22 temperature, humidity is 21, and pressure is 1016. Wind is 4.2 and description is haze. So we search Mumbai, and so obviously it takes some time to get information about New York, oh sorry, Mumbai, and now here we get the temperature of Mumbai is 31, humidity is 23, and wind is speed is 1011, and that is wind speed, and this is the pressure, and here description is smoke. Uh, and here we can say for temperature sorry time is 426. Okay, uh, now if we search New York, then it will give us temperature is -2, and humidity is 57, pressure is 1046, wind speed is 358, and description is a clear sky. Okay, so depending upon the city, it will actually give us the information about the current city. Now you can just search on the weather information of city you are living, and it will give you exact detail about your city. Uh, so now we are going to put that data which we are printing here in uh, the next to the here temperature, humidity, pressure, wind speed, and description. So we are what we are going to do, we will creating label, and we are just going to be put a label next to all the things. So just do it. So right, we are actually code here. uh, okay, just right here. um, Label and create inside root, and here we usually put the, and it's going to be 11 pixel, line is not be bold, and foreground color is background color should be uh, this change 20, 32, 43. Okay, t dot place, copy this, 1, 2, 3, 4, uh, H, and here we in X and Y should be 140. Next we have pressure, and here P, and here P, and here we change to 160 pixel, and here we have W for wind, and here W for wind, and here we will just and this would be a 180, and here we have description, and here also description. uh, so now here we come to our function. So here we are printing these temperature, humidity, all these things, but we are just going to actually configuring these labels so that we can actually see in our UI. So right here we will just say t.config uh, text and temper at degree Celsius and config the humidity when we configure pressure with HPA and wind config with wind with meter per second and description. Ah, okay, so we just run. So run if we search Delhi and we will search. So it will get okay. There is some problem. Temperature is showing haze, but it is wrong. Okay. So there is some problem that our temperature is not displaying. So this T is for temperature, and here T config is temperature, right? And here is not showing. Why? We will just 50 120. This 50 120. H. Okay, now we get temperature 23 22 degrees Celsius, 21%. All these things we are getting here. But D dot config. What is the problem with D? Okay, so I just did not change this right here. I need to do 200 and uncomment this line. Uh, mm, so now so now we run again. We will write Delhi here and search this. Okay, so we will get the temperature of Delhi is 22 degrees Celsius, humidity is 21, pressure is a 1116 phpa. What, and wind speed is 4.12 meter per second. Description is has. If we search New York and hit enter, it will give temperature is -2, time is 64, latitude longitude, and a city name with a country or a country continent. What is this? If we search Dubai here and hit enter, it will give temperature. Okay, it will give continent and then country or city. Time is 3 4 p.m. Temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. Humidity is 41%. Now, if we search Mumbai and hit enter, it will give temperature of all these things. Okay, so it will again. The description is a smoke. Wind speed is 3.09. Pressure is 1011 hpm. Right. Sorry. So here we have this API which we from data. Uh, mm, mm, mm. I want to search another one. Okay, API call. Built-in API request by city name. You can the city code is going to be not okay. So city code, country code, or okay. Okay, so now what is things left? So now if we search Delhi, uh, it is giving me a time here latitude, longitude, continent, and okay, what is time zone? Okay, it will give here time zone, lat long, and clock. Here we have temperature, humidity, pressure, wind speed, and description. Now here we want to add current day and forecast of next 6 days. So for that we can use the one API which here we have is it is a our is one call API. Okay, so we click on subscribe. But for that we need to payment. Um, but the 100 API calls per day for free, so we have 1000 API, and then we it will cost 0.012 GBP. Okay, so if you subscribe, you have to pay. So for that I need to buy this subscription. So to show all this the information I need to I think use my credit card, so I will do that offline. Once I will done all these things I will be live again and we will complete this application maybe tonight or tomorrow. So till that you can create this UI till here. If you are watching the recording session of this live, you can create it. In the next part, we will see. We will cover all. We will complete this part. Okay. So bye bye. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe it. Like this stream and we'll.